Now let's set up a simple table. You'll see on the left side, WPTables has appeared in the sidebar. So click on that. Here you have Manage Tables, Add a New Table, Import, and Settings. Let's go to Settings first. There's really nothing you need to do here. This is at the logging level, and you can change this at any time you want to whatever type of logging you want to do if you're having trouble. Normally you're not going to need to touch this. So let's go back to Manage Tables, and if you had any tables, this is where you'd see them, and it simply says the name of the table, the short code, and an action over here, and we're going to see that in a minute. So first, let's start a new table. We're going to create a pricing table, so we'll put in what it is here. Now this is for our use so that we know what the table is. It doesn't show up when you put the table on your blog. Table design, you have none, which means it has no format. It's just going to use a standard table, or HTML5, which gives you the ability to use some of these options down here to give it a better design. We're going to start with the default. Okay, now let's set these up. So cell padding is a space in pixels to leave between a cell and its border. So let's put 3 pixels. You can set this how you want. You can come back and adjust it later. The line color. If you want to have a line between your cells, you can set the color here. And all you got to do is drag this to where you want it. And you'll see that the color is changing in the little box on the right near the bottom there. Okay, so when we have that the way we want it, we can just click outside of there. That's our line color. The size of the line in pixels. That's pretty self-explanatory. The line will take on the size you set in pixels here. So we'll set 2 pixels. Down here we have our table columns and rows. This is how we set up the dimension of our table. Now if you click See More Details here, this is our table column. So we can give our table column a name right here, and we can set it up in this manner. Okay, so let's say that we're going to have ad size. And then we can give it a background color here. Let's again go with white. And the width, let's make this 90. And add. Location. Again, we can set this up to be white. And then we'll have the width as 90 as well. You can set the widths any way you want, and you can adjust them later. And then one more, and price. Again, we'll go with white. Again, we'll go with 90. Okay, at this point, we can save the table and edit the rows, or we can save the table and return. And if we save the table and return, it's just going to save the structure. So let's save the table and edit the rows. Okay, so add size, location, and price. Now, let's go to WP Ads. Let's open this in a new tab so we can keep our place. Then we're going to go to our settings, and here we're going to go to our advertising plans. Okay, so let's set this up like we have it here. So we'll have the plan, days, the maximum views, and the price. So let's just go back and fix this. Okay, so this is an example of editing the table. So we'll go to table structures. Okay, we have, let's just set this up the same. So we have the advertising plan, we'll call this the advertising plan. here we put days, max views, and let's add one more, and price. Okay, let's make this white background again, and 90. Okay, let's save table and edit the rows. Now this is where we put our data in. So we can go to here and we could say 3 days. And then, you know, put this in here, 3 and unlimited, and $5. So 3 unlimited and $5. Okay, now you'll see underneath here we have a couple of things we can use. We have an editor, and if we open the editor, it just brings up an editor for us here, and then we can use the editor functions on this. So I could bold this, for instance. Save. Okay, and then I could add a new, and then go get the next one. So 1 week, 7 unlimited, 12. Okay, so 1 week, 7 unlimited, and $12. Okay, editor again, and bold, and save. Now I didn't tell you about this one yet. This is to set a background image for each individual cell. So we're going to go over that a little bit later when we get into the formatted cells. Now over here, the background color, again, let's make it FF. Same here. Okay, now just so you get the idea, let's save the table now. And here is our table. Now you'll see here we have a short code, and we have export here. We can export the table, and then we can import it again. So we can save the table to our computer, and then we could import it to this blog again if we lost the data, or we could import it to another blog. Okay, over here we have add, edit, rows, and table structure. All right, now at this point we have a simple table set up. So let's go put it on our advertising page. Let's go to pages, advertise with us. Let's edit this page. And then what we could do is put a heading up here that we want to use. You probably want to do something a little better than this. Let's go to the visual editor. And then over here, if you click on this, it shows you the tables you have. So let's click on pricing table, and you'll see that it put the short code in there that we saw before. Okay, let's update. Now let's look at this page. Let's just do a view page. Okay, here's our pricing. Now you'll see that it's just showing the raw table. We also need to put a header in here so that people know what they're looking at. So let's go back and edit this some more. Go back to the dashboard, WPTables. Now what we're going to do is edit the rows. Okay, let's add a new. Now let's put the headings in here. So we'll do advertising plan, Here we'll put number of days. Here we'll put max views. And over here, price. Okay, this is our heading. Now what we want to do is grab this and yank it up to the top, and we'll save. Now if we go back and look at our page again, okay, number of days, maximum views, and price. Okay, and just we could go back and just set these and put bold on here or a color on the headings and so on. Let's just neaten that up one more time. Okay, so we can do this. We can change the color here. Let's make it red. Let's actually take the advertising out of here because it's a little too wide for the columns width that we chose. Make this red as well. Max views. And price. Save. And one more time we'll go look at our basic table. Okay, so now you see that we have our plan, number of days, max views, and price. So that's how you set up a basic table. In the next video, we're going to look at setting up a more advanced table.